So today we're starting the day off with some obvious upper body gymnastics strength. It's going to be a little bit of strength endurance, but remember it is a deload week, so we're looking for your reps to be cycled pretty quickly. But one thing we want you to focus on today is shoulder positioning in gymnastics. So a lot of the times, some of you guys will be cranking out your reps and we get this kind of internal rotation to external rotation, internal to external. When we're moving through our reps, we want that shoulder in a fixed, externally rotated position. And all that means is that we want the shoulder, hands up, we want the shoulder to be pinched and engaged. We do not want it to leave this position and shrug. Okay, we really want that shoulder to be pinched and engaged. So do that shrug again. I want you guys to watch Besky's fingertips here. We're gonna spend a lot of time talking about the hands. See how when he shrugs, the fingertips kind of naturally go out. So relative to the handstand push-up, okay, the strict handstand push-up, we're gonna see an internally rotated handstand push-up here where his shoulders are out of position. I want you guys to watch his hands. Sometimes you guys might get this sensation of your pinkies lifting up or turning inward even. Sometimes people will feel it's easier in this position, but this causes a little bit of an internal rotation in the bottom. It causes the body to stop recruiting the upper back and rhomboids. And it's all just bad news bears for the shoulders. What we want to do if we feel this happening, if we feel that kind of weight distribution uneven in the hand, meaning if we're rolling inward, we want to just splay those fingertips out. And if I get Besky to like put his hands out for you guys, just normally put your hands out like this, okay? And then rotate those fingers, look at his shoulders, okay? All right, he's kind of exaggerating, but that's naturally gonna happen, you guys, and I hope you're sitting at home doing this in front of the computer. But so we're gonna watch those good kind of fingers out. You don't wanna go too far out, just like thinking about your squat. You gotta kick up first. Thinking about your squat and how you would put your feet, and same thing, even weight distribution, 3 points of contact, kind of like thumb, middle finger, pinky, and maybe we'll add a fourth one in there, your palm. And we're pressing evenly through all of your fingers in your palm. All right? Woo. Cool, guys. So that's the handstand push-up. Now we get to the little bit of rest and we go to the strict chin-up. Same thing on this one, only it's opposite. All right, so weight distribution in the hands. Sometimes in this movement, we'll get the weight on the pinkies. So if Besky just grabs onto the bar, if we're a little wide on the bar, and we don't have the shoulder flexibility to stay fixed, in our attempts to be externally rotated, we're gonna feel a lot of weight into the pinky. So all I'm gonna do is get Besky to bring his grip in a little bit. He's gonna be able to take a fuller grip on the bar and have even weight distribution across all knuckles, hanging from that dead hang, already in a nice fixed shoulder position, externally rotating. He's gonna pull his strict chin up from there, back down to a nice straight hang, strict chin up, all right? So weight distribution in the hands for fixed, externally rotated shoulders in your strict gymnastics, all right? And that works for push-ups or any of the scales as well today, all right? Okay, guys, I know yesterday we talked about it being a deload week and, you know, holding back a bit. There's no holding back today. Maybe slightly. This is a pretty much a gut check every round. There's only 3 rounds. And what we want to do is our overall goal is to get through this unbroken, but we don't want to go so hard as to not recover in our 2-minute rest. We should be fully recovered after 1 minute and then having 1 more minute of rest after that. So kind of getting your breathing rate back down, your heart rate back down within that first minute of rest, and then that second minute of rest is kind of gravy so that you can start fresh on the next round. If you're laughing, thinking this isn't you, that's when we scale it, that's when we put it in our wheelhouse so that happens. That's our goal, all right? So scale it appropriately, use our options so that you can gain that stimulus. Okay, so just remember today that we're not trying to do speedy unbroken reps. The goal is unbroken. We're trying to go smooth. Remember, efficient and efficiency over speed in the reps. and whatever happens when the dust settles happens, okay? So we've got 3 movements. We've got the thruster, right? And this one's gonna be the one we're gonna have to focus on the most. Good thing we're gonna be coming off a rest for this one. Because of our previous section, we're gonna be under a lot of upper body fatigue. And despite that fatigue, we want good positioning, and we want to do as efficient reps as possible, move as little as possible to get the required work done, meaning nice, good positions through our legs and our torso. We're gonna watch Besky here shortly do some good, nice upright thrusters to save those shoulders because they are gonna have to do some work on the next 2 movements. So then we have the burpees, which we're gonna wanna, just like the squats yesterday, have some type of metronome effect on it to keep it consistent, keep us moving. We don't wanna have to stop and catch our breath too much there. It just means we might be going a little too quickly. Then we have our ground overhead. This one's interesting. Gotta get the barbell from the ground to overhead. It's interesting in this workout because we have the option of a power snatch or a power clean and jerk. And we're gonna talk a bit about more about that in a bit. All right, so let's watch Besky do a round. Obviously he's not gonna do that many reps for you, but we're gonna watch a nice upright thruster, moving as little as possible and as efficient as possible. Barbell goes straight up and down, squat straight up and down. Good, solid reps, smooth as fast, okay? Then we're gonna do bar freezing burpees, or burpee over the bar, whatever you wanna do. Remember, every rep should be identical. That's your goal, is to mirror the reps, okay? Besky's doing a good job of having that kind of rhythm. You can see in his steps to the bar, he's using that to kind of gather himself, hop over the bar and get into the next rep, all right? Everyone has a lot of different versions for that. Now, ground overhead. On this one, technique-wise, we want to see the bar slide up the thigh, all right, in a nice straight line, and slide down the thigh in a nice straight line. So let's watch that in the snatch. Down in a straight line, up in a straight line. Down in a straight line, up in a straight line. Remember, after this we get a break, but we're not going to want to finish in a crazy anaerobic state. We're going to want to still be pretty ready to go, all right? So if we're doing snatches, we better be able to do all 9 in a row. Okay, remember the goal is unbroken. If we have to drop that thing at 5, we probably should have been doing clean and jerks, and then I would switch it to clean and jerks for the next round after that, all right? But if you want to start with clean and jerks because you're a smart person, then they should look like this. Again, bar just slides. We want that straight bar path. Bar slides up and down the thigh. If you're gonna do a jerk, make sure we're standing it back up at the end. All right, finishing strong. You can also do a push press there if that's a little bit more efficient for you. And I would try to do a double jump. Good, jumping right out of that hole where we catch in the power clean. Okay, so a few different options for the ground overhead. Have at her, make it your own, and make it nice and hard, but make sure you can recover and that the goal is unbroken.